You know, there are 5 factors that the FICO uses when compiling your credit score. Since the majority of lenders will decide whether or not to give you new credit based on your FICO score, it is important to understand these 5 factors. FICO determines your score on a scale from 300 to 850 based on the following factors. You'll notice that some are more important than others, and you should give them greater consideration when attempting to repay debt, repair credit, or to boost your credit score on your own. Number 1 is your payment history. It makes up 35% of your credit score. Just because you have a small or substantial amount of debt does not mean that you have the greatest payment history. If you forgot to pay a bill or accidentally don't pay the full amount, well, unfortunately, you can receive the largest FICO point loss to your credit score. You always want to make sure to pay your monthly bills on time and in full. Companies use your payment history as an indication of how responsible you'll be when it comes to paying them back the money that they loan you. And they want to take the least amount of risk possible. Make sure that you are not making late payments, or if you forget to pay one month, that it doesn't become a repeating habit. Number 2, the total amount of debt or your debt ratio makes up 30% of your credit score. The balance that you keep on your revolving or credit card accounts can make up a significant portion of your credit score. Balances above 30% of the available credit limit greatly reduce your credit score. The length of credit history is 15% of your credit score. The longer you've been a borrower, the better you'll look to lenders. Someone who has a history of repaying in full and on time looks much better to someone who is taking out credit for the first time. So to keep your credit score up, let older accounts stay open and use them occasionally. Number 4 is your credit mix, which makes up 10% of your score. Lenders like to see that you have both revolving credit and installment payments. This lets them know that you are good at handling different types of credit and are a trustworthy borrower. Keep an eye on making sure that your credit types are balanced. Number 5 is the new credit or credit inquiries, and they make up 10% of your credit score. Lenders feel more comfortable with lending to someone whose credit score shows that they borrow credit occasionally and use it well, rather than someone who borrows often or rarely. Although credit can be complicated, you can do yourself a huge favor by understanding the factors that make up your FICO score and use them wisely. Having a higher score can mean that you can get credit when you need it and save yourself thousands of dollars of interest over the years. So to recap what you've learned: make all payments on time, keep balances on your revolving accounts low, keep your credit accounts open as long as possible, have open and use both revolving and installment credit, and keep your credit applications to a minimum. Follow these simple rules and you'll have an excellent credit score.